In a world driven by speed, reaction, and noise, stillness is often misunderstood as weakness. But the truth is, stillness is power. Not the kind that shouts, not the kind that demands attention, but the kind that commands respect without saying a word. This is your space to slow down, to breathe, to get stronger. Here, we reflect, not react. Here, we train, not with movement, but with intention. Tonight, we explore why the stillest minds are often the strongest ones. Let's begin. In a world characterized by incessant motion and constant demands, the practice of stillness emerges, not as a luxury, but as a profound and often overlooked advantage. This exploration delves into the fundamental nature of true strength, revealing that it is not necessarily loud or aggressive, but rather calm, clear, and deeply rooted in inner discipline. As the pervasive noise of daily life recedes, stillness serves to sharpen the mind, center the spirit, and prepare an individual for forthcoming challenges. This discourse invites a contemplative engagement, encouraging a deliberate slowing down, a conscious breath, and a connection with one's intrinsic, quiet power. A foundational understanding of mental states can be illuminated through the analogy of a snow globe. When vigorously shaken, the particles within a snow globe, representing thoughts, emotions, and external distractions, swirl chaotically, obscuring the view. Similarly, a mind in constant activity, perpetually engaged in external stimuli and internal chatter, struggles to achieve clarity. As Dennis Buttermer, a life and wellness coach, explains, when we're constantly running around in life, we won't be able to get clear on anything. Stillness, in this context, functions as the settling of these particles, allowing the mental landscape to clear and enabling a perception of situations as they genuinely are. This provides an immediate, relatable visual that demystifies the abstract concept of mental clutter and highlights the transformative effect of a quiet mind. This initial perspective suggests that stillness is more than just a state of calm. It is a fundamental precondition for intentional living. When the mind is in a state of constant agitation, clarity is compromised, making it difficult to make deliberate and purposeful choices. Without this foundational clarity, efforts directed towards discipline and the cultivation of inner strength may be misdirected or prove unsustainable. The ability to pause and allow thoughts to settle thus enables the very intentionality and clear decision-making that are essential for a disciplined and proactive existence. Furthermore, the very premise that stillness constitutes the strongest form of power presents a compelling paradox. In a contemporary society that often equates power with action, speed, and external displays of force. The emphasis on quiet, intentional mental training and the snow globe analogy implicitly convey that genuine strength originates not from outward projection or ceaseless movement, but from an internal settling and the clarity that ensues. This implies a redefinition of strength from an external, forceful projection to an internal mastery. This perspective challenges conventional notions of productivity and success, suggesting that a deliberate deceleration is not a weakness, but a strategic advantage, fostering deeper impact and more profound outcomes. The contemporary human experience is often characterized by pervasive mental busyness. Research indicates that many individuals' brains are in a state of perpetual overactivity, rarely achieving a state of rest. This continuous engagement prevents the brain from undergoing necessary restoration and regeneration, thereby impeding clear thought processes. Individuals frequently attempt to escape the present moment through constant thinking, doing, talking, worrying, remembering, or hoping. This tendency results in being caught up in the incessant business of mind and all of life's distractions. Recognizing this widespread challenge establishes an immediate connection with the audience, validating their experiences and positioning stillness not as a mere luxury, but as an essential practice for cognitive well-being. Stillness serves as a direct pathway to enhanced mental clarity. It facilitates the mind's ability to slow down and declutter, leading to greater mental clarity and focus. This improved cognitive state is critical for making more thoughtful decisions and improving problem-solving skills. Scientific evidence substantiates these benefits, particularly through the practice of mindfulness meditation, a form of stillness. Studies have demonstrated a reduction in rumination, decreased negative affect, and fewer depressive symptoms following mindfulness retreats. Furthermore, research indicates a notable boost in working memory capacity and improved sustained attention, even during periods of high stress. Experienced meditators consistently exhibit superior performance in attention measures and cognitive flexibility. Beyond mere cognitive function, stillness is a fertile ground for wisdom and insight. It is the environment where creativity and solutions to problems are birthed. The most important thoughts and profound insights often arise from stillness. In these quiet moments, individuals are able to perceive the simplest things are the things that we forget. As Ram Dass eloquently stated, the quieter you become, the more you can hear. And Viktor Frankl affirmed, in stillness, focus sharpens and clarity emerges. The consistent data linking stillness to mental clarity, improved decision-making, reduced rumination, and boosted working memory indicates that stillness functions as a cognitive performance enhancer. This is not merely about achieving a state of calm. It is about optimizing the very function of the brain. The causal relationship is clear. By reducing mental noise and allowing the brain to rest and regenerate, stillness directly enhances cognitive capacities, which in turn leads to more effective thinking and superior problem-solving abilities. These cognitive enhancements are foundational for any form of discipline or pursuit of success. In a society that frequently prioritizes speed and constant activity, the notion of slowing down, thinking deeply, or incorporating sacred pauses might appear counterintuitive to productivity. However, evidence suggests that this deliberate deceleration can lead to profound realizations, described as satori, where an essential truth becomes obvious and inescapable, and the most important thoughts and insight arise. This suggests that stillness is not merely a personal well-being practice, but a strategic tool for gaining a distinct advantage in complex environments. It allows for superior perception and decision-making that individuals caught in a relentless, fast-paced existence might otherwise overlook. This perspective fundamentally redefines discipline and strength, presenting them as outcomes of thoughtful, deliberate deceleration rather than frantic activity. A practical method for incorporating stillness into daily life is the mini-meditation or sacred pause. These are brief, intentional moments, perhaps as short as 2 minutes, dedicated to stop, do nothing, and be unfocused, tuning into the silence. These short pauses are particularly beneficial for decision-making, especially when taken upon awakening and just before bedtime. This approach offers an immediate, low-barrier entry point for individuals to experience the benefits of stillness, dispelling the misconception that extensive meditation is required. Stillness profoundly influences the body's physiological response to stress. When an individual consciously embraces stillness, it activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which governs the body's rest and digest functions. This activation directly counteracts the fight or flight response, leading to a measurable reduction in stress levels and a calming effect on anxiety. Numerous studies corroborate that practicing mindfulness, a form of stillness, effectively reduces stress and controls anxiety. Even brief periods of stillness have been shown to diminish stress and anxiety, particularly in high-pressure environments. This physiological explanation provides a credible basis for the calming effects of stillness, linking mental practice to tangible physical outcomes. Stillness also provides a crucial space for emotional regulation and resilience. It offers the opportunity to observe your emotions without reacting impulsively. This practice aids in recognizing and understanding your feelings, fostering better emotional regulation and resilience, ultimately contributing to a more balanced and stable emotional state. It enables the brain to process your emotions rather than suppressing them and remaining on autopilot. While this process may initially bring forth uncomfortable emotions, addressing them directly facilitates movement towards health and freedom. Furthermore, mindfulness meditation has been shown to decrease emotional reactivity, assisting individuals in disengaging from upsetting stimuli and maintaining focus on cognitive tasks. Stillness thus provides a proactive tool for managing emotional responses, cultivating inner stability rather than succumbing to external triggers. The physical healing potential of stillness is also significant. When the body achieves a state of relaxation through stillness, its natural repair mechanisms are enabled, which accelerates the healing process. As a core principle, relaxation is a primary mechanism for healing. Stillness can lead to a reduction in blood pressure, alleviate muscle tension, and enhance sleep quality. It also plays a role in pain management, given that pain perception is intrinsically linked to one's mental state. This expands the understanding of stillness beyond cognitive benefits, highlighting its contribution to holistic well-being and physical vitality, underscoring that self-care through stillness is foundational for overall health. A compelling analogy to illustrate the emotional benefits of stillness is that of the still ocean deep. Stillness is a refuge from stormy emotions, like the still ocean deep below the thrashing waves. This vivid metaphor beautifully conveys that even amidst external turmoil or intense internal emotional storms, there exists a profound, unchanging calm within that can be accessed through the practice of stillness. It offers a comforting and empowering image of inner stability. The consistent activation of the parasympathetic nervous system and the enabling of the body's natural repair mechanisms demonstrate that stillness functions as a bioregulator and a preventative health tool. This implies that stillness is not merely about managing existing stress, but actively regulating physiological processes. This suggests a preventative health benefit, where consistent stillness can mitigate the cumulative impact of chronic stress on the body, potentially averting future health issues. The causal link is direct. Stillness leads to parasympathetic activation, which reduces stress hormones, enables repair mechanisms, and ultimately improves physical health. The research consistently shows that stillness positively impacts mental clarity, emotional regulation, and physical health. This highlights a holistic, integrated system where improvements in one area, such as mental stillness, inherently benefit the others, leading to greater emotional stability and physical healing. The broader implication is that addressing mental training through stillness is not confined to the mind, but represents a comprehensive approach to overall human flourishing. This challenges the compartmentalization of health and reinforces the idea of inner strength as a multidimensional concept. To experience these benefits directly, a simple deep breathing exercise can be performed. It involves taking slow, deep breaths, which induces the parasympathetic system and slows your heart rate. Individuals can focus their attention on the sensation of the breath, noticing its rise and fall, and consciously allowing any tension to release with each exhale. This practical application provides an immediate, tangible experience of stillness's physical and emotional benefits, reinforcing the theoretical concepts with direct practice.
Stillness provides the fertile ground for cultivating self-awareness and deeper insight. It facilitates introspection and self-reflection, leading to deepened self-awareness and fostering personal growth. Through this process, individuals can genuinely get to know who you really are and understand our true essence. As Aristotle famously observed, knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. Stillness creates the necessary internal space to listen to our inner voices and connect with one's intuition. This aspect of stillness extends beyond functional benefits, addressing the deeper existential purpose of understanding one's authentic self, values, and life purpose, which are fundamental for genuine living and sustained inner strength. The cultivation of inner discipline and resilience is significantly enhanced through stillness, as evidenced by various philosophical traditions. Stoic philosophy, for instance, regards silence as a powerful tool for achieving inner peace and personal growth. It emphasizes direct and focus toward what they can control, namely their own thoughts and actions. Through the consistent practice of silence, individuals can cultivate this inner strength and resilience, allowing them to face life's challenges with equanimity and grace. Ryan Holiday in Stillness is the Key defines stillness as the capacity to be steady while the world spins around you, to act without frenzy, to hear only what needs to be heard, to possess quietude, exterior and interior, on command. He posits that stillness is the key to being better at anything you do. A core tenet is detachment from outcomes, advocating for a focus on the process rather than the reward. This letting go facilitates clearer thinking because we aren't thinking so hard. This section directly addresses the core themes of discipline and inner strength, illustrating how stillness is not a passive state, but an active cultivation of mental fortitude and emotional control, particularly in the face of adversity. As Lao Tzu noted, silence is a source of great strength, and J.G. Holland observed, calmness is the cradle of power. Jared Brock further articulated that inner stillness is the key to outer strength, while Gandhi emphasized that strength lies in our ability to stay calm amidst the storm. Stillness is also recognized as a wellspring of creativity and wisdom. It is the very space where creativity and solutions to problems are birthed.
When the mind achieves a state of stillness, creativity flows with abundant clarity. Historical accounts confirm that it is from stillness that new insights and ideas spawn. Stillness renders an individual receptive for creativity to flow through us. This highlights stillness as a source for innovation and profound understanding, appealing to those who seek not only peace, but also intellectual and creative breakthroughs. A crucial philosophical tenet is articulated by Ryan Holiday. Remember, human being, not human doing. This serves as a vital caution against overwork, emphasizing the paramount importance of self-care and moderation. Constant activity and being stretched too thin impede clear thinking and sound decision-making, often leading to burnout and strained relationships. This provides a powerful counter-narrative to the pervasive culture of busyness, advocating for a balanced approach to life that prioritizes internal well-being as the fundamental basis for sustainable achievement. The concept of stillness and its relationship to powerful action can be illustrated through the analogy of a bow and arrow. If you want the arrow to fly far one way, you pull it back in the opposite direction and let go. In this analogy, pulling back the arrow represents the cultivation of stillness. It is the necessary pause and internal tension building that precedes and enables powerful, directed action. This analogy beautifully demonstrates the active, strategic nature of stillness, showing that retreat and quiet preparation are indispensable for effective forward movement. Stillness fosters self-awareness, enabling individuals to get to know who you really are and clarify what is truly important to you, meaning their values. This deep introspection transcends superficial self-improvement, reaching the core of one's being. It allows aspirations and goals to become far more authentic when they consciously align with your values. The underlying relationship is that by reducing external noise and internal chatter, stillness creates the necessary internal space for one's true self and values to emerge, which then informs purpose-driven action and genuine inner strength. In a world that frequently demands human doing over human being and constant external validation, the deliberate choice of stillness represents a significant act of resistance. Evidence indicates that a loneliness, negative feelings arising from insufficient desired solitude, can be detrimental. This suggests that a lack of chosen stillness is not merely an inconvenience, but a threat to overall well-being. Therefore, actively cultivating stillness becomes a powerful, almost transformative act of self-preservation and empowerment. It enables individuals to reclaim their autonomy, prevent burnout, and access a deeper wellspring of strength that is independent of external pressures or achievements. This perspective reframes discipline as a form of self-care and inner strength as a profound act of self-mastery. Integrating stillness into a busy modern life does not necessitate isolation. Rather, it involves embracing alone time and finding pockets of peace in your day. Reaffirming the power of sacred pauses, short intentional breaks, is crucial. Stillness can be intentionally scheduled, much like an important appointment, by adding it to your calendar and treating it as a daily discipline. Designating a sanctuary within one's home, a comfortable chair, or a cozy corner free from noise and distractions can facilitate this practice. These concrete, actionable strategies make the concept of stillness practical and accessible for individuals regardless of their current lifestyle. Mindful activities offer practical avenues for cultivating stillness. Mindful walking. This involves focusing on the sensation of the feet touching the ground, nearby sounds if they are calming, or the angle of sunlight. It is a way of moving your body in a healthy way while not allowing yourself to be distracted. Mindful tea, coffee consumption. This practice involves bringing full attention to the preparation and consumption of the beverage, focusing on sensory experiences such as weight, aroma, sound, and taste. Listening to soft music or engaging in sound baths. This can be particularly helpful for individuals who may feel uncomfortable being alone with their thoughts.
Journaling serves as a powerful tool for cultivating stillness and discipline. It encourages individuals to really think about things and dig deep, functioning akin to DIY therapy. Utilizing prompts can guide exploration of self-discipline and inner strength. Examples of such prompts include, what is the hardest thing you are trying to achieve right now? What types of barriers make you want to give up? When was the last time you pushed through discomfort to achieve something? What do your actions say about your priorities? How could you build more discipline into your day using habits? Journaling bridges the gap between passive reflection and active self-improvement, providing a structured method for processing thoughts, identifying patterns, and reinforcing new habits that contribute to discipline. Overcoming distractions and mental noise is essential for cultivating stillness. To achieve good output, it is necessary to watch over the inputs, which implies filtering information and only allowing in essentials. To determine and master our minds, it is imperative to firmly reject distractions. This includes placing phones on airplane mode during dedicated stillness periods. The pervasive issue is that we think too much. Consciously creating mental space leads to a breakthrough and gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world. These actionable steps address the practical barriers to stillness in a technology-saturated world, enabling the creation of necessary mental and physical space.
The consistent implementation of stillness practices is paramount. Daily discipline is the most powerful tool to create a long-lasting habit. It is through consistent practice, performed every day, that tangible results will eventually manifest. This emphasizes that stillness is a practice, not a one-time event, and consistency is the key to unlocking its full potential. The various methods provided for cultivating stillness, from sacred pauses to integrating it into mundane activities like walking or tea, demonstrate that stillness is a skill developed through intentional practice. The emphasis on daily discipline and the idea that practice makes perfect suggests that stillness is not an innate quality, but a capacity that can be honed through consistent, deliberate effort. This implies that anyone can develop this power, making its benefits accessible to all through dedicated practice. Furthermore, the integration of stillness into everyday activities, rather than confining it to lengthy meditation retreats, represents a series of micro-interventions. This distributed approach makes stillness highly adaptable and sustainable, serving to prevent burnout from constant doing by weaving moments of being throughout the day. The broader implication is that well-being is not achieved through grand gestures, but through consistent, small, intentional shifts in how one engages with daily life, establishing stillness as a continuous and accessible resource. The journey through the concept of stillness reveals its multifaceted and transformative power. Stillness sharpens the mind, fostering clarity and focus, and calms emotions while promoting physical healing. It deepens self-awareness, leading to true inner strength and profound wisdom. As Ryan Holiday suggests, stillness is the key that unlocks genius, happiness, meaning. This concise summary reinforces the core message and ensures that the most important takeaways from this comprehensive exploration are retained. The central theme, why stillness is the strongest form of power, is thus affirmed. This power is inherently accessible to everyone, cultivated from within through intentional practice. The underlying message is that this is a space dedicated to training in silence, a deliberate cultivation of inner resources. Stillness is not a final destination, but an ongoing journey of self-mastery. The emphasis on integrating stillness into daily life and the continuous process of strengthening one's stillness implies that it is an ongoing practice, not a state to be achieved and then abandoned. The concept of training in silence further supports this, suggesting that genuine power and inner strength are cultivated through continuous engagement with stillness, fostering a long-term relationship with the practice. By synthesizing the benefits across the mind, body, and soul, this exploration implicitly argues that stillness offers a holistic path to a more fulfilling existence. In a world often defined by external metrics of success, noise, busyness, and material acquisition, the central message is that true power and well-being stem from internal states such as clarity, peace, and self-awareness. This broader implication suggests that embracing stillness can lead to a fundamental reevaluation of what constitutes a successful and strong life, aligning with the objective of offering a distinct, more intentional path. To begin or deepen this practice, individuals are encouraged to integrate stillness into their daily lives, perhaps by starting with just one small, actionable practice. As a reminder, one can take a breath, hit play, strengthen your stillness. Further engagement with this topic and the community is encouraged through reflection on personal experiences. How has stillness brought strength into your life? Sharing these reflections can enrich the collective understanding. To conclude, a powerful thought resonates. In the midst of movement and chaos, keep stillness inside of you. Deepak Chopra. This enduring wisdom underscores that true power resides not in external control, but in the unwavering calm cultivated within.